mind if they fake. You know I buy fake.
Fly private?
Yeah.
Shh. I ain't flying private. I'm Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. But the more you make, the more you spend.
The first 2-3 years on Power, I was wearing fake jewelry. The girl you got is still gonna rock with me, bro.
Why do I need the real thing? I got it like that. People think it's the real thing.
You come into your job at T-Mobile with a Louis Vuitton bag, you're making $22 an hour at T-Mobile.
She might have ate ramen every day for the last 2 months to be able to afford that bag. But if she wants it, she wants it.
All right, guys, in today's video, I want to show something. Something needs to be exposed. Now, you have celebrities. A lot of times, they're looking. What I mean by looking, they're trying to look rich. And a lot of times they are rich, but they don't care about wasting money, right? But the man that's poor, it's to sell to him and to get him to waste his money, right? Because his job is to look nice, sell the dream to people, so people keep believing, keep working hard, keep slaving just for the dream, just to do the same thing, get that designer, not knowing that chain, that designer bag, sometimes even sneakers, is fake. All right, guys, without further ado, let me get into this.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. And then look, Pete, this, you always, when a price, you always say a lower price. Like motherfucker, like, man, I want 400 for these, man. Like 150 right now. And then like, you know what I'm talking about? Like try them. Like that's like you always try to. You don't never
The
just.
thing is, I don't mind if they fake. You know I buy fake.
But even see if they was fake, then they really gotta cut the price. You know what I'm talking about? Like if they fake, they gotta get a price. You can't try to charge it for them. Hell no. And then them glasses. If you're gonna buy some glasses, go to the real glass people unless they gonna give you that deal. Now if they say they want 600 for some Versace glasses and like you think they fake, tell them that you got 150. Now if they go for the 150, then you know. But if they don't go for the 150, if they really stand on their price.
The wild thing about that, he had no idea he was being recorded because the barber said, I got Rico Reckless sitting in my chair. Let me record myself cutting him, right? I'm sure he was doing it to get customers. He had no idea he was speaking to Summer Walker and she would expose herself. I'm sure Rico Reckless had no intentions of doing that. But what happens in his life, the truth is meant to be exposed. And the bill was lifted off just now to let people see. It doesn't make sense to buy the designer. Now, I want to show you guys something really quickly. While it's difficult to pinpoint an exact net worth for Summer Walker, it's estimated that she has a net worth of $10 million. I saw other places it was around 5. It says right here, look, Summer Walker is an American singer and songwriter who has a net worth of $4 million. Why would you want to afford that, right? When you could wear the fake thing for a lot less. Why spend for a $25,000 bag when you can have $1,000 bag?
None of this jewelry on my arm is real. Don't love me because of no diamonds. Take all this bracelet right here look real as a $23 on Amazon.
You said, look,
Are those earrings real?
No.
you can't tell.
I don't know.
You know why it's not real? Because I've lost so much of this. I just spent $500,000 on. I called Jacob the jeweler. I'm good. I don't lose no sleep over trying to win the popularity contest from showing up with all this jewelry that I'm going to leave on a nightstand and have a housekeeper to say, I don't know. I'm sure you don't know. I'm sure you don't know what them $250,000. $250,000 earrings is that? I don't know. We looked everywhere. I'm sure you looked everywhere. That mother tired 2 weeks later. Hey, sure. Hey, these mother they.
I want to make enough money I can fly
private?
Yeah.
Shh. I ain't flying private. I'm Spirit. Put me on Spirit. Exit row. Window seat. That's all I need. Long as I get from point A to point B. I don't need private. Athletes more so. If you can get to a point in your career where your name becomes bigger than anything you can purchase, there's your value.
Wow.
My name itself, Ocho Cinco at one point, even still to this day, is bigger than, why am I driving a Ferrari? Why am I driving a Rolls Royce and I'm Ocho? Oh, we talk about jewelry and watches and chains. Never bought real anything when I was playing. Never. What was the point? I went to Claire's.
So all you do?
Yes. For what? What am I doing it for? The women don't deal with you anyway because of who you are.
Right.
And then the other women who really doing their homework, don't Google how much you're making already.
Right.
Why am I buying a $50,000 watch, $80,000 watch? What time is it real quick, please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
How much that cost me?
It ain't cost you nothing.
Because time is free. So what I'm paying for what? I'm Ocho. What's the point?
Right.
There's nothing I can buy that's bigger than my name alone. So it made no sense. But everybody's caught up in image and looking a certain way and being rich. It's me. It's pointless. You know how hard it is to live like that all the time, consistently, and be fly every day?
Yeah.
Jewelry and listen, eras of rappers. Think about the era before us.
Right.
Everybody was flashy, stunned. And after 10 years, what happens?
They ain't flashy, they ain't stuff.
No, you can't. It's impossible to sustain.
Right.
It's impossible. People, social media. Well, if I spin this bag, I'm gonna just go make it back. It ain't like you think.
No.
And people, they think the cure and the fix for the problem is, well, give me more money, I'm gonna be all right. Well, the more you make, the more you spend.
Right.
If you have no discipline and no structure.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time.
Yes.
Every time. Well, just give me more and more. No, the more you get, the more you're going to spend. And people ain't going to listen because we are caught up in looking a certain way, living a certain way, trying to appease others who don't really care nothing about you.
Yeah.
Just to say, oh, I got it.
Wow.
Well, I got it too, and I had it for almost 30 years. I done saved, 83% of my salary. I don't need validation from nobody on the outside. That's another downfall. In society, we always need validation and acceptance from others. Don't try to live a lifestyle that you know you can't afford.
Right.
You can't do that.
Real talk.
So you come into your job at T-Mobile with a Louis Vuitton bag. What? That don't make no sense. You're making $22 an hour at T-Mobile. You spent a week paycheck.
Like, why is it your business how somebody else decides to spend their money? For all you know, they could have been treating themselves to that bag. It could have been a gift from their father or their boyfriend or from themselves. It might have been a reward for finishing grad school. It might have been a reward for getting a promotion at the job. How do you know? For you to immediately jump into they make $22 an hour and did you really waste a week's pay? She might have ate ramen every day for the last 2 months.
I beg your pardon?
To be able to afford that bag. But if she wants it, she wants it. You act like you lent her money for food and shelter, and you're upset that she used the money for a bag. Some people like to wear their money, and some people don't. Like, this is Steve Jobs. He was the owner, founder, and CEO of Apple. Pretty much wore the same jeans, black turtleneck, and New Balances every single day. This man was a billionaire. Not everybody is Gucci Man and his wife, literally Gucci down to the socks. Birkin bag on the floor and everything. Just because somebody has something that you don't think that they can afford doesn't mean they can't.
Guys, this was in the comments. Right? And the same video where she's talking this nonsense. If you're making $22 an hour, you shouldn't have Gucci bags. This is the problem. People sell this lifestyle in your face. And I'm doing this video to show for anybody that's a regular person, superstars are not living this way. A lot of the times, not all. A lot of them are numbskulls. They're not thinking, right? They spend all their money not knowing rap doesn't last forever, and then it's all gone, and then they're going, I should have saved some. This should have been like Ocho Cinco, right? It happens all the time. Happens to NBA players too. We see it left and right. This person went broke. Why? Chasing the Joneses. Look at this lady. I have a Louis Vuitton bag, and I'm on disability. My daughter got it as a gift from her ex-boyfriend, and when they broke up, she gave it to me. Why is your daughter getting gifts like that from her ex-boyfriend? Keep the poor, right? That's the industry standard. Keep the poor, keep the poor spending money, and they're all falling for it.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one.
It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made.
They know us all, but this happens even with people that are white, Spanish. It's not just a Negro. But this was a little bit racial, and it made a lot of sense. Like they knew us like the back of their hand. But it's sad, and I show that to show this next, right? You see that? You see what he just said? The Negro buys the fake designer. Check out their store in London.
Right, so I don't mean to slander anyone's business here, but we popped into London Vintage in Brick Lane, and we were shocked to see that they were selling fake designer items in mix with real stuff. So first up, I saw this Bottega piece. Didn't think anything of it until I saw the neck label. Also, these pieces weren't really vintage, they're quite new, but they had fake Burberry, this Louis tee, so the neck label, the font and the colour completely off. It's quite a new season tee. I think they were trying to make a copy of the embossed logo tee, which is £515, but they had two of these in here, and I think they were about £45 each. They had fake Balenciaga in here as well. The neck label here was completely off, as well as the wash tags here. And also the Amiri tees, I think retail on these about £355.
For the first 2-3 years on Power, I was wearing fake jewelry. I didn't give a because it was like you think I got it, so cool. I'm gonna get these $25 magnets and just call it a day, you know. And I learned that, and then 50 got mad at me one time. He was like, "Is that real?" I was like, "Nah." He was like, "Nah." So he ended up giving me one of his the chunky Cubans, but before that, I was like, man, I'm not playing into any of this, man. Like, you wearing all that, but I guarantee you the girl you got is still gonna rock with me, bro. Oh, man. I'm gonna put that into real estate, you know. If I got 100,000, I'm gonna put that on $50,000 worth of stocks and figure that out or save it, you know what I mean? So that was that, or get an Airbnb, you know. So that was my mindset, and you know, and thank God for that because it's changed my life.
Guys, I'm in Turkey, Lara Beach, and I just saw this shop with the best replicas ever. The sunset is beautiful.
Yeah, my boy, he was out there selling fake merchandise in Turkey. And one thing I can say about the quality in Turkey, I'm sure a lot of people are getting fake products from there. It's A1. Very nice products. I saw it. Only thing, you bring that to the airport now and you got a fake designer bag, you're getting arrested and you're getting charged. So don't get caught up with fake designer bags in the airport because you'll be in a lot of trouble. Let's watch this.
Over here, Lord of Excellence. Bro, look at this stuff. How can you even tell that it's fake?
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna go inside and have a cheeky peek. I'm not gonna lie. Bro, I've bought a few Louis Vuitton things that are real, and I'm not joking. The quality is so similar. It even feels good quality. I don't know what they're doing in Turkey, but they're doing something right. Joe, more downstairs. Yes, bro, how are you?
Hi, welcome.
I bought a real Louis Vuitton one. I wanted to see the quality.
Spots starting like 1, 2, 3. There is more options.
Oh my days, how is this real?
There is also jackets, very good jackets. Look at the quality.
Wow.
Yo, this is mad.
Yeah, man, that's Turkey. Turkey's like that. Philippines has some fake stuff too, but it's not quite the same. But this is the thing. In these other countries, they're selling it open. Not in the Philippines anymore. Shops that have fake stuff got busted so many times, they're not doing it anymore. But in Turkey, you can pretty much walk in the store, see it on a shelf, buy it. It's crazy. I don't know why the FBI can't go there, but they can't. And who knows? I may go out there one time and see something I like. Why? Because I'm not paying to look like $1 million. I refuse to.
I'm not finna get on here and lie and cap to you. Like, I used to put on fake jewelry.
You did?
Yes. Because,
like what?
Because I used to understand, like, about entertainment, you have to look like money to get money.
Wow.
Like, you get what I'm
that's
saying?
one of the realest things anybody sat in that chair and said.
Exactly.
Like, that's
I
very
used to
real.
put on fake jewelry, middle them off. Just to get people, like, even if they're going to say, man, take that, you know what I'm saying? But
at least they got something to say.
You got something, you looking at me.
Yeah.
You notice me.
And now?
It's different. Shout out to Eliante. Shout out to Johnny Dang. Shout out to Icebox.
Between fake and real, they're made out of the same exact manufacturer. It's just different printing, but people who are insecure about themselves go and pay brand name prices so they can feel better about their insufficient selves that are living on the inside, so other people on the outside can look at them and think highly of them. If you know who you are, fake or real, doesn't matter. Save your money, king. People know you have money. Why the everything I just bought in there, if it was all legit, over what, 30,000? And I'm different. I don't even want to wear it and have people question.
You see that? Everything in there was over 30,000. Why would he spend 30,000 on some gear? It's wild because Fusi Tube right now he's making music, and I actually heard the music's kind of right, but spending all that money to look like $1 million doesn't make sense.
Is it real or is it not? Fake and what? Fake and what? I still look good in it. 99% of the people who see me and take pictures of me are never gonna know.
Rappers caught wearing fake jewelry. These rappers were exposed for their fake bling. First up, Tekashi 6ix9ine, known for his wild antics, took a diamond test alongside Jimmy Boy and Ugly God's diamonds, but his rocks failed to beep. Turns out his BBS diamond chain was as fake as they come. Next, we have Lil Baby. At his first Met Gala in 2021, he rocked a $400,000 Patek Philippe watch, but at Fake Watch Buster exposed it as fake. Wearing a fake Patek to fashion's biggest event, that's one for the books. Next up, Soulja Boy. Always flaunting his bling, he got called out when a video surfaced of him and his crew buying jewelry at a mall kiosk. On number 4, rapper Big Sean's first bling was actually fake. He admitted having a fake gold herringbone chain. Though he doesn't remember where it came from, his obsession with chains started from there. Last on the list is Kevin Gates, who once shared a story about how his brother robbed an NFL player and gifted him a watch. However, it turned out the watch was a complete fake. These stories serve as a reminder that sometimes what glitters isn't always gold.
One thing I can say to that NFL player was smart. He could have stuck up Chad Ochocinco when he was playing because he was smart. Look, don't go outside, look rich. Sell the lifestyle. Don't live it. Don't waste your money. I wish more people on a lower scale would think that way. Look at a lady that said, oh, my daughter did this to get designer, and the lady made $22 out an hour to get designer. And she probably watched somebody walking around with a fake designer bag. Could you imagine?
Why do rich people like buying fake bags?
So this came out of a piece, I believe, in the New Yorker. It was basically this expose about how these women on the Upper East and Upper West Side of Manhattan, you know, one of the most expensive zip codes in the country, were going and buying high-end fakes. And those are 3 words you would never think would be in the same sentence, because high-end and fake usually are a clash. But as it turns out, a lot of these women who are self-made, who make millions of dollars every year, who have supported themselves, built that nest egg on their own, they're saying, why do I need the real thing? I got it like that. People think it's the real thing.
Fake it till you make it.
And if I'm buying a really, really well-made fake, nobody knows the difference. So what's the point? Why should I spend $25,000 on a bag when I can spend $1,000 on the bag, have the exact same result, and it almost to them felt like cheating the system of like the Mean Girls scene of like, you can't sit with us.
Yeah, it is cheating the system. It's kind of like because they're rich, they have to keep up with the Joneses, but they shouldn't even care. You make millions of dollars. Why do you care?
Denise, why did you end up popping your balloon? Just initial physical attraction. I mean, you seem like a really nice guy. I like what you're doing for your community and all of that. But
I'm gonna go out on a limb, bro, but like hustle hard is like throwing me off. The hustle hard chain is making me think like this is fake. Like your clothes are fake, bro. You don't have to fake it to make it, bro. You got a successful business, bro. You don't have to look like you have money, bro. Not at 30, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like you're overdoing it, and they're seeing through it. Like I always say this, bro. I say this because there's a bunch of label whores out there in the world. They see like Balenciaga, they see Louis V or something like that, or a chain or a watch. Everything has to make sense, though. You dig what I'm saying? You're not gonna have a Michael Kors purse and some Louis Vuitton shoes. You just not. That's just not. You're not gonna go high end, low end. Everything has to make sense, bro. And right now, this ain't making no sense, bro. Your hat don't even got no. You don't even got no brim to it, bro. Like you just got a lid on your head, folks.
I said to anyone, don't wear fake. Don't get fake jewelry. Just don't try to look the part unless you're a star or you're in the limelight somehow. But still, why do you care? You want to attract people to rob you? Doesn't make sense. But yeah, guys, it's the evil world we living in, and people out there lying. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Peace out. See you next video.